Bobo, MD, the Medical Director of the Natural Solutions Foundation, and today I'm reporting to you from a Codex meeting with rows and rows and rows of empty chairs. There are, of course, delegates here, but we, the Natural Solutions Foundation, representing your interests, have been abusively relegated to an uncomfortable, ill-supplied, and completely empty area to make it difficult for us to represent your interests. Well, we're not going away, and at the end of this video segment, you will see a link where you can send an email to the Codex Commission saying the Natural Solutions Foundation represents my interests and I expect you to treat them with the kind of respect that my interests deserve. You see, Codex says that it's a transparent organization. Codex says that it welcomes the input of stakeholders. Codex is lying. Codex lies about a great deal. That shouldn't surprise you. And we, the consumers, the eaters, the food affected of the world, have no interest and no intention to allow Codex to degrade our food supply, the United States government to serve the interests of the constituencies of corporate interests around the world, and globalists who clearly want us dead. Now, the World Health Organization is among those globalist organizations. The World Health Organization has made it very clear that a sustainable planet has about 90% of us dead. Codex is one way of helping that to happen, but it doesn't have to be that way. Codex has the potential to be a powerfully pro-health force, both in the rest of the world and in the United States. And the way that can be accomplished is by getting the United States out of Codex. The open letter that General Stubblebine, the president of the Natural Solutions Foundation, wrote to Codex is enormously important. I hope you'll take the time to read it, as well as the Codex report that I have written today. These information pieces give you the flavor of what's happening at Codex, and they also tell you what you can do to protect food and freedom, and most of all, health, from the depredations of Big Pharma, Big Chema, Big Agribiz, Big Biotech, and Big Medica. Remember, the Uber cartel is the corporate organizational structure that makes the agricultural chemicals that poison you, makes the genetically modified seeds and animals that tolerate more of the chemicals that poison you, and then makes the drugs that you have no option but to take because natural medicine is being ruthlessly rooted out. The same companies make all of those products, and what else do they make? They make the money. They make you sick, and then they make the money from making sure you die. What a business model. If that's not okay with you, then you have to become, or continue to be, an activated person, acting as both an action agent, that is, taking the action steps, and a dissemination agent, bringing other people into the orbit. You see, there are more of us than there are of them. There are more of us who believe that we have a right to health and to freedom. The FDA said in a remarkable brief recently in a suit concerning the right to have raw milk that we, the people of the United States, and by extension the world, because Codex right now functions as a global FDA, have no right to health. They said that we have no right to choose the food that we eat. They said, in essence, we have no right to anything except what they give us the right to. Now, last time I looked, the United States Constitution said that we, the people, have certain inalienable rights granted to us by our Creator. Inalienable means nobody can take them away. And those rights include life, liberty, and the pursuit of happiness. I'm not a constitutional scholar, but it seems to me that that includes the right to own my own body, decide what happens to it, what goes into it, the nature and condition of what I choose to put into my body, and to decide how my health will be preserved, protected, defended, and restored. I can't see the Constitution any other way. Apparently the FDA can. They apparently feel that they're above the Constitution. Certainly they act as if they're above both the Constitution and the law. We do not have to accept this. We are the people. Help me tell the Codex Alimentarius Commission and the Codex Alimentarius Executive Committee that we, the consumers, are stakeholders according to their definition, and we want our organization, our interests, our positions heard and heard fairly. We're tired of being abused by Codex, and we're tired of being assaulted and abused by the FDA. I bet you are too. The health freedom issues are of monumental importance, and they require ongoing, continuous work. Freedom doesn't come cheaply. It doesn't come without effort, but it is so precious that I'm sure you'll agree it's worth it. We've spent the last week at Codex watching the U.S. push for every wrong-headed option that Codex is involved with. The United States, like every other country in the world, has the option, please listen carefully to this, the United States has the option of deviating from Codex standards by raising the quality of its food above the Codex level, not hard, and passing a law in the Congress of the United States saying we're going to do thus and so rather than what Codex says in each of the areas, in pesticide residue, in banning genetically modified foods, in making sure that filth is not permitted in foods, and so on. But each of those conflicts with the interests of a segment of the powerful Uber cartel. That's okay. We are more powerful. We just have to make sure that we keep working and don't fatigue. This is Rima Ilebo, MD, of the Natural Solutions Foundation, asking you to take each one of the action items at the end of this video report once for every member of your family. If it's more convenient for you, you can go to www.healthfreedomusa.org and find the action steps there. Then disseminate them. This is a life and death battle. Your life. They'd like to make it your death. So join me. We're powerful if we take our power into our own hands. This is Rima Ilebo, MD, speaking to you from the Codex meeting in Geneva, Switzerland. Thank you.